field of integrated circuit design, when we do circuit design, most of our what they call this, most of our chips now, most of our transistors are actually converted to digital circuits. Okay, you cannot do the program if you cannot convert your program into a logic gate, and those logic gates are actually will be converted into transistor levels, because our manufacturing or our semiconductor fab will only accept manufacturing or what they call this, fabrication using our transistors, because digital logic gates is nothing when you cannot convert them into transistor levels. Okay, so maybe you will also question me on why the videos I gave to you last time is more of the electronic devices one, which is more of the emphasis of uh, the semiconductor material, because integrated circuit design also mostly covers the semiconductor part on how we are going to understand the process of lithography, and the process also of where does our silicon wafer came from. I want you also to analyze our transistor levels into the level of electrons. That's why I also gave you the differences between semiconductor, conductor, and uh, what they call the other one. The one that does not conduct, I forgot. Okay, the I wanted to give emphasis on how electrons actually move, because our transistors or our semiconductor devices, CMOS specifically, involves mostly on the movement of our electrons and the movement of our holes, where it was emphasized on the videos that I gave you, the three videos that I have given to you. So if you have some questions with that, I can cater. Just post anything on the page. My direction, my take also why I keep posting activities on the page, so that if there are questions, you can just comment them and dili sila sapawan. Okay? So, so much for that. I will try to give you more examples, and I will give more emphasis also on the CMOS conversion to of our logic gates, and I will give you two more examples, but those are just basic examples, and I hope these examples that I will going to give you is already enough for you to actually solve the activity that I gave you. So allow me to share my screen. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. Okay, so uh, okay, let's start. So I prepared here the logic gate transistor switch equivalent. So in the video, we started with this one, the inverter. So in your digital circuit, I assume you already know the configuration or the symbol of our inverter is just a triangle with this bubble here. This bubble actually represents the inversion. If this symbol doesn't have any bubble here, then that is actually a buffer. Okay? And as I have presented also in the video, this inverter is being translated into its CMOS, or its transistor level, where PMOS and CMOS will complement each other. So you have here your PMOS at the upper side with the bubble, and then your drain here is connected to your VDD, while your source is connected to your output Y. And then you have here your gates. You have your drain, gate, and your source. And then you have here NMOS, where your drain is connected to your output, and then your source is connected to your ground. Okay? So if your input is low, which is 0, okay, your PMOS will only be turned on when your input is low. Okay? So if your A is low, okay, when your A, if this is low, 0, then your PMOS is on. This will be 1, and your NMOS is off. Since your PMOS is connected to your VDD, which is your source, then your output Y here is high, 1. Okay? Whereas, if your input is low, 1, your PMOS here is turned off, your NMOS here is turned on. So since we don't have any connection from our VDD, which is our supply, then our output Y is 0. Okay? So inverter basically inverts the input. Okay? So next we have here your NONGate. And your NONGate with two inputs A and B with output Y, NAND. So you have here the configuration. You will have here two parallel PMOS connected to your VDD, your source. And then you have here your two series NMOS connected to your ground. You have your input A and input B. So you have here, let's say your input A is low. If this is 0, the A, can you see my cursor? Makita ba ninyo ang mouse cursor or pointer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
if A here is low, 0, okay, and your B here is 0, low, okay. A is 0, B is 0. So ang atong transistor nga mag-turn on lang is only the PMOS. So the PMOS here is on, the PMOS also here is on. Our NMOS, if both A and B is 0, this NMOS here is off. Okay? So if this is on and this is on, and it is connected to our supply, therefore our output Y is also high. Okay? Next, if this is 0, our A is 0. Our A is 0. This one here, our PMOS is on. Our NMOS is off. If our B is 1, high, then our PMOS here is off. Our NMOS here is on. Even though this PMOS here is off, we have one here, our PMOS on when our A is low. So therefore, our Y is still high. Did you get it? Nasabtan ni class?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Dili ba ma-admit inyong classmates kung dili na ako ma-admit? Or
Dili na siya, sir.
sa ato sa i-admit inyong classmate na wala pa ka-join. Okay. Okay. Can you now again see my screen?
Yes, sir. Pero sa meet na ko on screen. Atra.
How about this one? Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if our input now A is high, our input B is low. If this is high, A, this is off. Sorry. This is off. This is on. Our B is 0. So this is on. This is off. So even though this is off, but this one is on, we still have a connection to our supply. Therefore, our output Y is still on, high, 1. And lastly, high, high, we're high and high. So you're going to have here off, off, and this on, and this on. And our output is still off. Okay? So you have here your truth table for your logic NAND. So also somebody asked me if the truth table ba daw is diretso nagbuhaton given the logic gate. I know you're already done with your digital circuit, but what I want you to do in your activity is I want you to trace every logic combination. Okay? And then, okay, basin makaiwan mo nga nagbalik-balik ko. On the next, in the next circuits, I will see you I will present you a combination. I just wanted to emphasize this one so that you will understand fully. Okay? And the next one here, the NORGate, which is the activity that I have given to you last time. Okay, if you remember. So if you have here, it's actually the exact opposite of your NAND. Your NAND here, the PMOS is parallel, the CMOS is series. Whereas your NORGate here, your PMOS is series, your NMOS is parallel. Okay, please remember that always. So if your A and A here, input A and input A is both low, okay, so this one is on, this one is on, this one is off, this one is off. So these both of them are on, connected to your VDD, then this one here is high. That's why you have your output as high. Next case, more interesting. If you have here your A as low, then B is high. If A is low, this one is turned on, but B here is high, so this is turned off. Then this here NMOS will not matter anymore. Either on, either off. Okay? So since your A PMOS here is on, but this one here is off, so you're going to have an open circuit. So you don't have any connection to your VDD. So therefore, even though this is turned on, but this is turned off, so open circuit ni, therefore your Y here will still be low. Okay? Did you get this?
Yes, sir.
Sabta ni class? Okay. Ito sad ni i-admit inyong isa ka classmate. Di ko kabaloon saon pagka nang madiretso ra bitaw sila ka-admit. Okay. Okay. Sabta na to. Next case, 1, 0. A is high, B is low. If A is high, this PMOS here is off. Therefore, maski pag on ni ang NMOS o PMOS na isa, but our VDD here is already not connected since this here is off. Therefore, automatically our Y is off. Nasabtan eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last case for NORGate, you have here 1, 1. High input A, high input B. So both of PMOS here are turned off. So there's no connection to our VDD source. Therefore, our Y here is automatically low. Okay? So we will go next with combination. Okay, but it's just very simple. Okay, so let's go now with ANDGate. Familiar ba ang ANDGate sa inyong logic circuits? Digital, saan yung subject? Digital circuit? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have here ANDGate. Familiar ni? I hope familiar. ANDGate, we don't have a bubble here. Okay. So our ANDGate, okay, from our NAND, for this to be ANDGate, our NAND should be inverted. Okay? So therefore, our ANDGate is just a combination of your NAND gate, NAND here have a bubble, plus your inverter. Again, your AND gate with two inputs A and B is just a combination of your NAND gate plus your inverter. Okay? So therefore, we should get the two equivalent of our NAND plus our inverter. So you have here your AND gate, PMOS parallel, NMOS series, plus inverter. Okay? I hope this is clear. AND gate, NAND gate, plus inverter. So, if you combine these two, then you will have this one. You have here, ay, sorry, mali ni. Mali akong drawing. And, sorry. Mali akong drawing. Dapat PMOS dawa sa taas is parallel. Sorry. Wait sa
Ano
ako sa
kapalo?
end. Ha? Wait sa ako sa ni i-end ang share screen na mali akong slide. Hello class, sorry for that. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your AND gate here, you have here, okay, 2 parallel PMOS, 2 series NMOS plus inverter. So when you combine them, you have here your 2 PMOS in parallel and then 1 NMOS in series. And then the output here is connected to the input of your inverter. Okay, again, NAND gate plus AND gate. So the output here of your NAND, you will just directly connect this to the input of your inverter. Therefore, this will be your translation of your AND gate. Okay? Nakuha ra ni? Hello? Nasabtan ra ang
Yes, sir.
nasabtan ra ang pag-combine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we will going to trace now the output of our AND gate based on our equivalent transistor. Okay. So your AND gate here, for our first case, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So this one here is turned on. B is also turned on. This is on. This is on. Okay. This one is off. This one is off. So if on, you have here, output here is on. So since on imong output, here in, okay, nakita niyo akong cursor kung asa nag-point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So if ang output din ani is on, is high, therefore ang next niya is high ang input here, so ang PMOS will be turned off. Si NMOS will be turned on. Since off ni siya, therefore our output is low. Sabtan or libog?
Balikan ako sa sir.
Balik ko na ako. Okay. Sige. Our input here, A0, 0. A is 0, low. B is low. So, if both A and B is low, this one here, okay, remember, just to look at the gate, okay? And don't be confused of the input. Ang input ni A is on the gate of this PMOS and in the gate of this NMOS. Ang input ni B is on the gate of this PMOS, the gate of is this NMOS. But the input of this inverter here is not connected to your B. Nakita ninyo? The input ni inverter is dili connected sa kang B. Kundi ang input ni inverter here is connected to the output of your NAND gate. Okay, so let's trace. A, B, 0. This one here, PMOS is on. PMOS is on. This one here is off. NMOS is off. On both, you have here supply. Therefore, at this point here, your output is high. So the input now of your inverter is high. If this is high, therefore your PMOS is turned off, your NMOS is turned on. Since this is turned off, our output here is off, low. Did you get this?
Yes, sir.
Sabtan ba sa tanan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next case. Input A is low, input B is high. Input A here is low, so this is on, this is off, this is off, this is on. Again, this is on, because our input here is low. So this PMOS is on, this PMOS is off, this PMOS connected to your B, this NMOS rather is connected to your B high. This is on, this is off. So one is connected to your VDD, which is on. Therefore, your output here is on, high. If this input here for your inverter is high, therefore this is off, this is on, so your output is still low. Did you get this? Sabtan class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ito saan yung i-admit inyong isa ka classmate? Ay, nawa man. Okay. Next case. Input A is high. Input B is low. So if put A here is high, therefore this is off. This is on. This is off. This is on. One of your PMOS connected to your VDD, which is your supply, is on. Therefore, your output here is high. If this is high, this PMOS here is off. This NMOS here is on. So your output is low, 0. Okay. Last case. Input A and B is high. This is high. This is high. So both PMOS here is turned off. NMOS here is off, on. NMOS here is on. So both PMOS here is off, connected to your VDD. Therefore, your output is low. Okay? But if this is low, the input of your inverter, so this one is on. This one is off. So therefore, since this is on, connected to your VDD, so your output is high. Okay, therefore, if the input A and B is high, your output is high. Nasabtan ang tracing sa ANDGate. Nasabtan, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let's proceed now with OR gate. So see, OR is just a combination of your NOR plus your inverter. Or, walay bubble, NOR with bubble, inverter with bubble. Again, OR is just a combination of your NOR plus inverter. So this one here is the translation of your NOR. This is NOR. 2 PMOS series, 2 NMOS parallel sa ubos, plus your inverter. PMOS taas, NMOS ubos. Okay? So if you combine these two, you will have this one. PMOS series, NMOS parallel with your inverter connected to the output of this NOR here. Okay? So let's trace. If your input A and B is low. Okay? A and B is low. So therefore, your input here is your PMOS here is on. Your PMOS here is on. Your NMOS here is off. Your NMOS here is off. Okay, so this is, since both of these are turned on, connected to your VDD supply, so the output here is high, 1. If this is high, 1, then your PMOS here is off, your NMOS here is on. Since this is off, you don't have any supply for your VDD, therefore your output Y is off. Nasabtan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So who wants to explain if the input is low and the input for B is 1? Okay. I need a volunteer. Just, speak up if you want to. Let's see if you understand. Ay mo volunteer o ako na lang magtawag? Should I call?
Nawala man ang sir.
Ha?
Nawala ang katong kuan ba?
Sige, manawag sa ko.
Ah,
Nay
manawag.
mag-volunteer or manawag ko? Anyone who wanted to volunteer? Nagana daw yung nag-left the meeting.
Ako na lang sir, try.
Pwede ra
Sige.
po, sir.
Kinsa man ang gusto mag-try?
Ay, ikaw, Kim. Gusto ka, Kim?
Ako sir, ako sir.
Sige.
Ikaw na lang.
Akong i-present ang...
Ay, ikaw na lang.
Kinsa man,
Sige,
Jud?
sir, ako na lang.
Kinsa man. Kinsa man
Ikaw
yung
na lang.
gastorya.
Ikaw na lang
Si
sa Kim.
Kim.
Sige,
Si
sige,
Mar
sige.
Kim.
Ako na lang sa sir.
Sige.
Asa
Explain.
kaya na sir?
Kining input A is low, then B is high. Sige.
So, if ang input sa A sir is low, kanang iyang, sa kanang naibabol sir?
PMOS.
PMOS?
Pwede
Yes,
ba,
sir.
pwede ba mag-control pag mag-share screen? Or dili?
Sir?
Hindi ko kabalo. Pwede ba ikaw mag-control sa mouse kung nag-share screen or dili pwede?
Dili man ata.
Ay,
Dili,
sorry.
ha?
Dili pwede? Lahi mag-control?
Dili pwede. Dili, man sir pwede sir.
Sige, ako na lang itudlo. Okay. If your
Sige,
input
sir.
here is A, low, your B here is high. So what happens to this transistor? PMOS.
Diya sir is, mahimo na siya diya ang kwan sir. Off. Ma-off na siya diya sir.
Off?
Ay, dili.
Ano
Maon
man?
sir, maon. Maon na siya diya sir.
On.
Yes,
This
sir.
one here,
Off.
Kini,
On, sir.
kini,
0. Sir,
ay sorry, kini on
On.
ni siya. Kini,
On na sa sir. On sa sir. On.
on, ano man, input man nimo is low, A man siya gikan. NMOS man
Low.
ni,
On. Ay, off na sir. Off. Na sir. Off.
off. So, unsa man
Yes,
imong
sir.
output din ani? Unsa man imong
Ang output
output?
di, sir, kay kuan. Low, sir. Low.
Low? Kay?
Asa kay wala man
Anong
siya
low man?
nakakuan, sir. Wala siya naka-on ng iyang inmos diri sa ubos.
No.
Wala siya nakakonek sa kuan, sir, sa supply, sir.
Ang
Dari sa
NMOS
taas.
nimo kay naaman sa ubos ang mga NMOS. PMOS ting sa taas ha, kay na yung mga bubble P.
Mm.
So, unsa imong output din
Yun.
ani?
Risky yun.
Sige daw. Anyone who wants to try?
Kuan sir, tungod sa ang sabi kay kuan diya ga tupang na. Yamwagi.
Ay, oh, sir,
Out.
ang PD kuan, sir. Basihan, sir.
Ang
Ang P ang daluyan sa ibali voltage.
unsay T, wala may T diri.
PMOS,
Diya
sir,
pa sa
PMOS.
Ay
Ang
P.
PMOS, sir.
So, again, this one is on off.
Off na, sir.
Off, sir, off.
Off
On.
ni.
On sir.
Imong input kay low ha.
On, sir, on.
On na, sir. On.
On
na, sir.
ni.
On na diya, sir, on.
Kini.
off.
Off na diya, sir, on.
Kini.
On.
On.
Kini.
Off.
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 Unsa man imong output?
0, sir, low.
Off.
Ngano man?
Kaya imo ang PMOS man, sir, kay sa kay naka-off man. Ay,
Ko-answer ka ng niagi siya sa B nga PMOS which is off siya. Munang
Okay, correct. Since B is off, therefore you don't have supply from VDD, therefore imong output here is
Off.
low. Okay. So if this is low, sige. This one PMOS here is
On.
high.
on.
this one.
Off.
Off.
Okay, so imong output is
High.
High.
high because this one is turned on. Okay? Nasabtan ba, class?
Yes, sir.
Sige. Next case. Input A is high, B is low. Sige. Who wants to explain?
Pwede ako, sir.
Sige. Sino pangalan, sir?
Eugene, sir.
Eugene. Okay. Sige. If input A is high,
So,
input B is low.
if your input A is high, so diya sa PMOS, first PMOS, ay kanang diya sa taas kana. Kana diya kanang sa cursor which is low
Okay.
because niagi siya og naibubble. Then sa Picas sa B is high.
On.
Yes, it's on.
Okay. This one.
And is off
Mhm.
and on.
Okay, so your output is
So your output is low
Y.
because niagi na siya sa PMOS, sir. I mean, ang imong B is last nga naduluyan sa source nimo gikan is low man.
So therefore, if this is open circuit, kay off man isa. Okay, so there's no flow of current here. Therefore, this one here. Even if this is on, your output here is low.
Low.
Okay. If this is low, what's this? PMOS is
PMOS high.
high. On. This one,
Low.
low. So your output is
1. High.
high. Okay? It's connected to your VDD. You still have your supply. Therefore, there is a flow of your current from your drain to your source. Okay, very good. Last case, 1-1. Who wants to volunteer?
Goes on.
Nay, babae dire. Anyone from the girls?
Sir, si Mary Grace.
Sige daw. Sige. Hello? Anyone from the girls? Hello?
Uy, Angeline. Go, Angeline.
Go, Angeline.
Angeline daw.
Uy. Charot lang.
Sige. Sige lang, wala may grade ang wala may grade sa ako ang recitation.
Actually, sir, kakalibog pa jud ko pero try na ko.
Sige. Okay, let's see. Input A is high and high. So this one is
Off, sir. Ang
This
PMOS
one?
nga part.
okay, both of these are off. Very good. This one,
On.
this one.
On.
So therefore your output is
High. Ay.
the output here.
Okay, sa. Dira ko kakalibog, sir, ay. Dili ko ka ba?
Sige.
To be honest.
Okay. Again, this one is ang PMOS
Off.
here is off. PMOS here is
Off.
off. So, naa ba kay flow sa electricity gikan sa imong VDD kung both of this is off? Naa or wala?
Wala, sir. Kay open circuit man.
Katong si Angeline, akong pangutana. Joke, resistor.
NORGate.
Okay. Sige, Angeline. Si Angeline ba to gay na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is off. This is off. Do you have a flow of your current here or wala?
Wala, sir.
Okay. Wala siya flow of current. Therefore, imong output is
Low.
low. Okay. If your output here is low, this one is on or off?
On.
On. Very good. This one here is
Off. Off.
off. Very good. So your output here is
High.
Y.
I don't know. Ano? Ano di ay
Anong high? Kay?
kay na naman siya kanang supply, sir. Ay nag-agi naman siya supply.
Because there is a flow now of your
VDD.
electricity current sa imong PMOS since this is turned on. Okay? So your output is high. Nasabtan ba, class? Kinsay nalibog pa? Just tell me honestly.
Sir, nalibog ko.
Class? Nalibog ka. Sige, asa man ka nalibog? Atong sige, asa man sa imong gusto nga logic combination ato i-try.
Hindi. Tanan, sir.
Tanan. Sa OR-gate or sa ANDGate?
NORGate lang, sir. NORGate.
Sige, sa OR-gate. Sige. Imong pangalan, sir?
Balatero, sir.
Balatero. Sige. Let's say, input here, kinatong unahon ha, input low A, input low B. Okay. Low here ang A, low ang B. What happens to this PMOS? On or off?
On.
On. This one,
On gyapon.
this one,
Off.
this one.
Off, sir.
So your output here is
Ano ka ng low? Zero?
Y.
Kay kwan sa PMOS sir kay puros off walay madaloy nga kuryente sakto ba?
Again, this one, on or off?
Off. Ay on day ka.
Uy, pamalikas. Uy. Sana, sana eh. Kining
On.
PMOS dere, on.
On din na
Kining,
sila duha sir. So kuan din na siya high din na siya kay
imong output is high. High
Ah.
ni, so this is on, off.
off.
Kay, anong off man eh?
Kuan iyan ang gi-convert ang high sir into low.
No, mali. Maong
Oh.
off ni, kaya ang imong input kay high.
Tapos pag-abot dira ma on.
Lele. Okay. This one is on, therefore output nimo here is high. Imong output na high here will be the input of your inverter. High ni siya, therefore kini imong PMOS on or off?
Off.
Off. Kay nganong off ni?
Kay niagi man siya ng bubble sir. PMOS nga kwan.
Okay, this one is
High.
high. So therefore imong output is
One. Zero. Off.
ngano man? Nganong off man?
Kay kuan man na sir, off man ang kanan dira sa PMOS sir.
Okay, very good. Sige, mag-next combination pa ta or okay na? Sige,
Sige, sige.
try na to ni
Sige,
0,
last
1.
Kana
Okay,
zero.
0, 1. This is A is 0, B is 1. This one, on, off,
On sir.
on. This one,
Off.
this one,
On.
this one.
Off.
Your output here is
On. Off. High sir. High.
ano man?
Kay kuan. Na may usa sa PMOS at naka-on.
Usa sa PMOS na ka-on. Asa ang on dire? Kini
Sa-
or kini?
Sa A.
Sa A. Ang kini, off ni.
Oh.
So, naa pa ba current mo flow kung off ni?
Naa sir.
Naa?
Naa.
Kung off ang isa ka
Dili ay.
inyong suga daw, sir, i-off. Musiga, dili. Diba, dili
Follow.
siya musiga. So, there is no flow of electricity.
So
Okay.
at least kinahanglan nagkuan sir duha ka buk dapat on.
Maski tulo or maski upat, as long as naapay electricity nga mo flow, mo on. Kung wala electricity mo flow, it's off. Again, this one, on, off.
On.
Kung moingon kag on, naay flow of electricity or wala?
Naa.
Naa. This one here, on or off?
Off.
Off. Maski
pag-abot
on
siya,
ni, so naabay mo flow din ani or wala?
Wala sir, kay di raman taman.
Okay. So, ang sa'yo mong output dire,
Off.
low.
Low.
Okay. If your output here is low, this one, PMOS on or off?
On.
On.
Yan ang i-convert sir.
NMOS is
Off.
off. So therefore, imong output is
High.
Y?
Kay on man to sir ang PMOS.
On ang PMOS. Tapos, nganong kung on eh? Nabay
Sige,
flow
kung-
sa electricity or wala?
Naa sir.
Okay, because this is connected to your VDD. Therefore, it has a flow of your electricity, current from drain to your source. Therefore, your output here is high. 1.
Sige. Gets na nako sir. Salamat sir.
Gets na? Kinsa pa may wala? Kinsa pa'y naglibog? Anyone? Class? I don't know if you Kailan mo adtong inyo ang higher year? Nakalimot ko si apelyido. Nasa sa Scienix Semiconductor nag-work karon. I forgot his name. He's actually doing integrated circuit designs. And if you wanted to ask if nganong nganong ang IC design is more of logic gate, then you can ask him. Maybe he can tell you why. I'm also working now here, though I'm a faculty, ako inyong instructor sa ONA sa Devices 2. Now I'm working now as a consultant here sa Manila in a semiconductor industry also called Silicon Verified. So I'm doing also chip layout, and the next topic actually is more of on how you're going to lay out these transistor na mga models. Do you still have questions kung saan pag-convert? Sige na, ayaw kaulaw. Questions, everyone?
Sir, excuse me, sir. Katong
Isa man,
sa
sige.
NGate, sir. Same
ANDGate.
rin sa ORGate.
Ang
pag-
AND is NAND plus inverter. Again, ang inyo lang yun dapat na i-remember always is si PMOS, ay siya ma-turned on if your input to your gate is low. Si NMOS, ay lang siya ma-turn on kung ang input nimo sa imong gate is high. So therefore, maski AND pa na siya or combination kato kung gihatag sa inyo ang mga circuits, basta kabalo mo if ang PMOS will only be turned on when your input is low. Si NMOS, ma-on lang siya if your input is high. Then you can perfectly get and understand the output of your combinations. So ito yung pangutana, sir. Pareho ra ba si AND o si OR?
Kaget sa ko, sir, kay ang circuit man di kilahi ang kanya kanang formation.
Yes.
Kay kung if input nimo ang sa A is 0, then sa B is 1. So kung mopadulong na sa PMOS, ang A may mo na og sige tong A. May mo 1, then ang sa B may mo 0. So naka-on ang isa, at least naka-on ang isa, then mopadulong din sa PCAS is 1 dayon.
Because your PMOS here is parallel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pag AND gate, ang PMOS parallel, ang NMOS series. Pag OR gate, ang PMOS is series, ang NMOS is parallel. Sige, questions pa?
Constant na yung circuit sa OR gate of AND gate, sir.
Unsa?
Constant ang circuit sa AND gate of OR gate. I mean, kana nga circuit design, sir, by nana.
Pag OR o AND? Yes.
Yes.
So, ang pinaka basic gyud sa logic gates is inverter. Next is NAND gate, NAND. Okay, NAND, NAND gate. Next is NOR. Ang AND o ang OR is just a derivative or a combination of your NAND and inverter. Okay, so kung naamoy gusto i-memorize, you should memorize the combination of your NAND, which is PMOS parallel sa taas, series NMOS, NOR gate, series ang PMOS sa taas, ang ubos is parallel. Okay. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Sige, more questions.
Sir,
I
sa
want
abot
you
sa
to-
imong
Sa man? Sa?
sa imong gihatag combination so,
Daghan kayo, no?
tapos tagsa din na sa kada gate, sir, no? Tapos connected
Yes.
okay, sir.
So what I want you to do sa inyuhang katong activity, for example, you have there your AND. So this PMOS here, gusto na ako mag-assign mo og name sa iya. Let's say, kini nga PMOS, iyang name kay M1 or T1 sa iyong gusto. Kini nga PMOS here is yung name M2. Kining NMOS here, yung name M3. Kini M4. Kini sa, let's say, M5. Kini M6. So what I wanted to do is, every logic combination, gusto na ako makita unsa ang activity sa inyo ang kada transistor. Off ba ni, on ba ni, off ba ni, on ba ni. Gusto na ako ipakita ninyo sa in words, anay on off, plus na apa explanation on off. Okay? That's why gigroup ta mo into 5 so that each one of you will have a contribution of your circuit. Diba? Pila to ka input? Tulo? 3 inputs ba to sa inyo ang activity?
Yes,
Sir, tulo sa
3 inputs. Pag tulo ka input, pila man ka logic combination ang 3 inputs?
Upat, sir.
Ay, 4
Sir.
inputs dito, sir.
4
Tapos,
inputs ba di
tulo.
wala mo 4 inputs dito.
Pila to part?
Ba di 4 inputs?
Verbs.
3 inputs ra man gud ni. Kung naay 4 inputs, please tell me. Harsh ra kayo ang 4 inputs. 3 inputs ra ni class. Ay, naay 4 inputs. Kining isa. Ila ang kadosale.
Mo, sir.
Ato part? Ato?
Yeah,
4 inputs ni... Okay ra sa inyo ning 4 inputs? Sayon naman po
Ayan
din
na,
ang
sir.
circuit. Sige.
Kira, sir.
Kung 3 inputs, pila man ka logic combination? Sige, humanaman mo og digital logic circuit na klase. Pila ka logic combination kung 3 inputs?
8 kabok, sir.
Yes, correct. 8. Okay. Kung 4 inputs, pila ka logic combination?
16.
16. Okay, very good. Okay, so kung 8 ka inputs, tapos 5 mo sa inyong, or let's say, 4 mo sa inyong group, na 8 ka combination, edi sa isa sa inyo, na may ownership nga duha ka logic combination. Di ba? It's not that harsh, okay? I'm sure you can do it. Any questions?
Sir, katong sa number 1 nga question,
Sa mga number 1 question.
kung draw the equivalent transistor model. Kasi pasabutan na, sir, katong about sa PMOS ug NMOS, katong nga drawing.
Yes. Kato siya. Sige, sa pay question.
How ba itong mag-Gmeet, sir? Sa may ikaw na to, sir? Every group to, sir?
Para sa man ninyo pagkuan, sa man ninyo pagbuhat kung dili mo mag-meet sa inyong groupmates. By the way, ang pag-grade na ko sa inyo at ang inyong activity is random kung magtawag ha, nga member sa inyong group. So that all of you will going to prepare. Any questions? Hello, napay question para masabtan ra? Hello?
Wala na guro, sir. Wala naman sila naninga.
Wala na naninog.
Ano si Markim?
Ansay pasabot aning i-record. Bali, for example, nga mag-discuss mo unsa ang inyong, let's say, mag-discuss mo sa iyong circuit, then, of course, mag-meet man mo online, kaya dili man mo pwede mag face-to-face. So, I wanted to know if kamo ba gyud sa inyong group is nag-participate. Okay? Did I answer your question, Markim?
So kato among gi-record sir, ipasa na mo to sa imo sir.
Yes po. Inyo siyang isubmit. For me to know if dili lang ba isa ka tao nagbuhat sa inyong activity.
Email ra pagpasa, sir?
Sa video, maghatag ra kog link, ako ra ipa-compile ni
Ah, sige.
Markim ang
Sige, sir.
inyo
Salamat.
ang recording.
Katong sa PowerPoint, sir, unsa may ikuha na to, sir? Mo tong sulod sa transistor model?
Katong tanan instructions, pati explanations. In every logic combination, I wanted to have a picture also na kini siya nga transistor on, kini siya nga transistor off. Yan. Any more questions? Hello, napay questions?
None so far. Siguro.
None? Wala na?
Sir, wait lang.
So, ay
Sir.
sige, unsa man.
Kuha lang sir, clarification lang. So,
Mhm.
di ba mag-send man mi og kuan video and then kato da yung sa PowerPoint. Kaning sa kuan sir, so kibali by Wednesday is mag-virtual class ta sir, then mag-pick din ka sa og random nga person to explain the ana ba sir?
Bali ang dili gyud necessary na mag-video mo ha nga kanang lecture video. Record lang siya nga nag-meet mo tapos nag-discuss mo unsaon ninyo nigbuhat and all blah blah blah. Okay? I just wanted to know nga naa ba gyoy group activity nga nahitabo. Okay? And then sa inyong presentation by Monday, okay? And Tuesday next week. So next week tanan will be presentation, or if napay time na ako'y lahi nga discussion, I will just randomly select sa inyong group member to explain sa inyong output. And kung sa magani ang grade sa mag-explain, is muna inyong grade tanan sa inyong group. Is it fair enough?
Yes sir.
Okay. Any more questions?
Kanang ang time sir, pilay maximum time sir.
Basta ma-explain ninyo. I will just also, dili ang puntanan na logic combination akong ipangutana. Just random. Let's say sa 8 combination, ako ang ipangutana is ang combination lang 101. So muna po to explain sa ako ang pangutanon. Sige, Pontitsa, what's your question?
Sir, pwede mag-inabangaan ng lugar, sir? Pag kami, sir? Imong grupo.
Pag manawag na ko?
Yes, sir.
No, only one.
Only one. Okay, sir.
Di ka confident sa imong groupmate?
Wala, basin masayo, sir ba ang ako yung gitawag na yung makabalo, bitaw ako yung mga kauban, sir.
group man.
Sir, makatabang, sir ba?
Makabalo lagi na. Salig lang sa inyong groupmate. That's why if nag-make yun mo, nag-meet, then they will answer. Dili isad ingon nga madamay. Minsan Kim, di siya madamay. I just wanted all of you to understand the thing that you're doing.
Sir, pag selection na sir sa Monday, mag-record pa ba ang mag-explain?
Ha? Wala na ko nag-guess mo question.
Pag-explain na sir ba, pag Monday, i-record pa ba ang kwan? Kanang kamulo pag-explain or dili na?
Ako ang mag-record. Synchronous class ta sa Monday.
Sige. Salamat sir.
Presentation. Apay question? So basically class, ato ang klase will just revolve on logic gates. And then, gusto na ako po, I hope katong inyong group mates na ay laptop kada isa, because we will going to do a simulation sa output. I will give you instructions on how to program. I-program nato niya ang logic circuits, and then we're going to see the output. And then, on the last steps ato ang class, kini atong mga logic gates is ato siya convert into drawings. So, muna siya ang layout na mahitabo. Gusto mo makakita sample layout? I will show you a sample layout sa transistor. Okay. Like, where is that? Okay, this one. This is a sample layout. This is nakita niyo akong screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is a sample layout of your inverter. So atong buhaton sa final nga terms is puro ta mag-drawing. Graphing paper, need na ko inyong graphing paper. Mag-drawing ta sa cross-section, sa na to sa og layout. Tapos, remember, ang ato i-layout is kato kong gihatag sa inyo ng mga circuit, mo nagya po itong panggamiton sa ato ang simulation ug sa ato ang layout. Okay? Okay. Any more questions? Apay question or wala na? Hello?
None so far, sir.
Nana. Okay. Sige, after this, mag-klase pa ko og lecture or mag-make na mo sa inyong activity? Because the presentation will be on Monday. Should we continue the discussion? It's more of fabrication, or you will meet in your group and then you will do your activity. And saman.
Mag-meet na lang sa siguro, mister.
Sige, mag-meet na lang sa. Is everyone okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Naay nag-raise og hand si Kim. Kim, na kay question?
Sir, pwede ka maghatag og another example, sir, practicean bitaw namo, sir.
Practicean. Sa man nga another example pa ang kailangan? Kanang combination ba? Katong sa inyo ang katong sa inyo activity, mo na ito imong practicean. Gusto kag mas daghan pa? Kim? Gusto kag tulo? Hello, Kim? Hello? Hello? Napa mo, class?
Yes, sir. Dugan pa ka, sir.
Napa, sir.
Asa naman tong nangutana? Asa na tong nangutana?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Or, let's say, Kim, kung gusto pa ka, di ba, naghatag kog ANDGate. Pwede dayon nimo dogangan to ANDGate imong sumpayan og ORGate. Tapos imo din i-check iyang output. Imo na to ipang-combine. Then, for sure, you will get the correct answer. Muna sa inyong sa inyo ang activity. Ipang-combine na to nga mga logic gates. In the real layout, actually, in the real circuit design, for example, karon sa amo ang project, actually, mga hundreds of thousands of transistor ang imong i-analyze. So, daghan kaayo sa. Though, sa layout nga part, dili naman namo i-check ang iyang output, kung on, off, or what. Simulation naman sa diretso. Tapos sa layout is ipang-layout na lang sa diretso. So, I wanted to emphasize this one, the basics sa inverter, NAND, o NOR, para makabalo taon saan pag-layout sa very basic. Napay question? If wala na question, then I hope you will meet sa inyong group mates to discuss and do the activity. And shall we end this one if you don't have questions? Hello? Nag-record ko ani ato ang class today, so kung gusto mo ako na lang pod ning i-upload. Pero I don't know ang pag-render kung sa kadugay. Wala na? Wala na yung question? Hello? Napa mo?
Wala naman tingali, sir. Okay naman tayo ito.
Sige. Sige. Goodbye everyone and good night. If you don't
Bye,
have
sir.
questions.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you.
Goodbye, sir.
Sige.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.